do, do. We got cups. We got cups. We got cups. We got cups. And they red. And they red. And they red. And they red. We got cups. 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 And they red. They red. What's going on, people? Welcome to the initial pilot debut, first unveiling, whatever the hell y'all want to call it. Welcome to the Red Cup Conference. I am the man from Atlanta Falcon Nation. You know me as 6-Man K Styles, but on this show, I am Kev. And to my stage left, as you already know him as Mad Mike Sports, that's Michael Anthony.
You got it. You got it. It's Michael Anthony y'all seeing today.
And down here at the bottom, we have the therapist ATL, but you will know him at this show today as Juan.
What up?
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Trying to get these kids together. You know how that is.
Who you telling? Who you telling? Now, as you already know, man, this is the first of many. Like you said, this is the male equivalent of Champagne Confession, which y'all gonna see tomorrow. And now you probably get on later on to plug what she got, what they got the topic for tomorrow. But let's go ahead and get right into this, man. How do y'all feel? How do y'all feel about this concept of doing this?
It's interesting, man. We're how can I say this? But I feel like I gotta be. See, I'm trying to be as political, and it's just not working. So I'm just gonna be. I'm gonna just come out. I'm gonna just come out and say it. It's just you're gonna see a whole new side of us, and I think a lot of people it's gonna be interesting. But I like I said, y'all gonna like this. It's y'all seen a version of it from us. Y'all seen it before, so it's not gonna be too different. But yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
It's just not gonna be all Falcon related. So let's go ahead and get right into it, man. Like I said, man, definitely shout out. We got J Rock, we got Baggy in the building, we got DeMarcus Newell in here as well. I'm about to say, where everybody else at? Everybody else supposed to be joining the party. We need a party, but let's not go ahead and worry about it, man. Let's go right into it, man. So we're going to give y'all about 45 minutes of this. So 2024, tonight's topic, dating versus prostitute culture in 2024. Is there a difference? One.
Yes, sir.
Based on what we have been seeing going on social media, videos putting out, and all these different goofy ass podcasts that's on YouTube right now, do you see a big difference between dating and prostitute culture?
Oh yeah, prostitute culture is popular.
Ooh, speak on that, man. What you got on it?
All right. Y'all kind of excuse me for the background noise. You kids trying to get ready. But
nah, you good,
basically, man. What we got is you got, let's just say, what's the cardinal thing that a lot of guys hear? Now, ladies, this is no dig at you. This is just some of the counterparts. oh, I need my bills paid before I can talk to you, or he got to make a certain amount. We can date this, that, and the other. Now is income has its place. Okay, I want y'all to hear me clearly. Income has its place,
About
but when it comes to
I'm about to say one got to breaking up. You breaking up big.
I tell you what. Let me come back in. Give me
Okay.
a second.
Okay. All right. Okay. Mike, what's your take on that topic until Juan gets back?
Dating versus prostitution, man.
Is there a difference?
There's a major difference. I think there's a I think there's a major difference as far as the dating prostitution part. And like I said, it's more accepted and in these days as far as the culture is more self-centered. Um,
Mm,
like and a lot of people, it's they don't realize it, but it really is. Um, it's prostitution. It's like when you put a number on yourself as far as a like I have to have this in order to be accepted. Like you're not like a lot of times you're so focused on what you need that you don't realize like you're literally selling yourself. Like if this person doesn't have this, I'm going to tune everything good, bad, or indifferent out. Like there's no middle ground. So it's like a culture dating. You're going in with a certain attitude, and the prostitution part, like you you going in with a certain thing in mind. So those are two totally different things.
mm, We got coach in the building. We got coach in the building.
Hmm.
All right, Juan. I about to say, what was you saying? I think he's still getting ready. Now, you said something interesting there. Putting a price on yourself. Now, what I'm thinking about what's going on here today is it's it's kind of a it's kind of like one of the major issues that's kind of going on with society right now as far as people like you have it's the battle of sexist mindset that's going on when it comes to these two. See, when we're thinking about dating, it's always usually courting, getting to know somebody. You're building steps towards that next step, which is, well, depending on who it is, it could either be sex, then relationship, or it could be relationship, then sex.
That part.
That's what dating is supposed to have been. Now, when we're looking at what Mike said about prostitution culture is, like he said, setting a price on what your worth is, and if that man's willing to pay that price,
Yeah.
like you said, he has good time. He has me love you long time
Hmm.
right there.
Right.
And the problem that I'm seeing here is we have such a battle of the sexist thing going on here in society, where the two ideas are merging together, and now this is where you start having stuff like the sprinkle lady and the and you got then you got some of these goofy niggas out here talking stupid shit. You got what was it?
Oh, we got
Cheesecake
the
Factory,
Kevin Samuels of the world. The Kevin Samuels of the world.
the
Just
red
like
pill. Like I said, you got the red
Um,
pill community. You got the society. You got the society of strong, independent women. And the problem is we got both of the. Well, go ahead. What you got, Juan?
can I? I know I was talking with y'all about this earlier. Can I break this down? I want everybody in the chat. I want y'all to pay attention. This is in context. want y'all to pay close attention, men and women, all right?
Right.
The problem with the dating culture that has a lot of people screwed up is we got titles and positions confused. And I talked with my brothers about this earlier. When you hear a conversation and the guys say, well, women say, well, a man is supposed to provide and protect. And the guys say, well, a woman is supposed to submit. Let me let y'all know what they're leaving out. When you're in the dating phase, there is no provide and protect. It only says when a husband is in the picture, when there's a marriage and there's a husband, he is the one that's supposed to provide and protect, not a man. They replaced husband with man. Let me let y'all know something. And a wife, on the other hand, is supposed to submit. Let me let you know why they took those two titles out. A lot of people don't believe in marriage. That's fine. That's your if that's your belief system, that's fine. Nobody's knocking you for that. But let's call it what it is. If you are dating, to include being a fiance, that man is not responsible for providing and protecting, ladies. Men, the women are not supposed to submit to you. Why? You're getting to know each other. The dating and courting phase means I am checking you out to see if you fit me. And I'm talking about internally, externally, spiritually, emotionally. If we connect, if we get along, if we can build, if we got the same values and ideas, that's the interview stage. That's, the courting stage. You getting to find out, because you don't find out the real person till after you get married or after you've been dating them a long time. We got to stop putting dating titles. We got to stop putting marriage titles on dating principles and expecting people to do that. They can't follow those rules because you're out of position. You're out of position. And that's why you got all this back and forth, because they got the title screwed up. There's no way in the world, you date somebody and you expect them to do all of that. Oh, you got to pay all the bills. No. And here's the other problem with that. When you date somebody, if you're above the age of 18, you're an adult. It's called being an adult. Two adults should be able to sustain themselves independently. Meaning, if you got a house, you work a job, you got a car, you feed yourself, you clothe yourself, you should be able to maintain independently of each other. And then when you come together, you bring what you have on each end together and you create something. Now, whatever organization or whatever hierarchy that you set up, once you get to that point, that's fine. But you can't be out here talking about, oh, he got to date me, he got to pay all my bills. No, it's called being an adult. You pay your own bills. And dudes, don't be sitting up here thinking that this woman need to cake you off either, because no, you were supposed to pay your own bills. Do your own taxes. You know what I'm saying? That's called being an adult. Stop putting gender roles on being an adult. This is some painful truths. I know a lot of y'all ain't going to agree. Doesn't matter. This is the reason why we are where we are, because now the younger generation is confused. And then you're taking this to social media saying, well, this is what it's supposed to be. You're arguing a point, going in circles, because y'all left out the most important titles. Y'all didn't strip the hierarchy down to some little, rinky dink tag, you're it type stuff. That's all it is. And until we all grow up and sit down and realize that if I'm dating you, we're just getting to know each other, and you leave it at that, instead of trying to be, you want to date with marriage benefits, then you won't have this problem.
And I think where it comes down to is we kind of live in a real transactional society as far as everything is concerned, whether it be a job and social statuses and stuff like that. The reason why I asked dating versus prostitute culture is because I'm not gonna say dating's end goal is to have sex with somebody and then leave them, because that's not true. Some
Yeah.
folks do. Some guys do that. Some females do that too. They would date somebody, court for a little bit, have sex, and then move on to the next person. Now, when you was talking about the women, like I saw a video a while back ago where a chick said that you have to cash app her $500 just for you to talk to her. Now, I'm using this chick for an example because this is not all women. And when we're making these conversations like this, we're not saying all women or all men. Like they say, a hit dog holler. So if you get offended by it, we talking about your ass. But the thing about it is we live in such a transactional society where it's almost like you always think, what's the point of dating, where guys just going to the prostitute side of things and just paying women just to get what they want. And that seems like that's where it's kind of going now, especially with the new generation coming up. It seems like that's where they're going. And the fruits and labors of the dates, of the courting, of building those relationships is becoming a thing of the past.
Do you not realize that for somebody to tell you, in order for you to talk to them, you got to pay them $500? Negro, do you not understand that I got to pay an internet bill just to even get to this point for you to tell me I got to pay you $500? I'm already in the deficit.
So the question asked is, would you rather pay a $300 date for something that may happen, or pay $300 to a woman for the end goal? And that's where it's coming down to. And
shoot, with these prices, Starship gonna be getting a bill. People gonna be out here getting dolls and stuff if that's the case.
Oh shit! You didn't hear about the new robots? Boy, they got robots for both sexes now.
No, sir. There would be no iRobot going on. Nope, absolutely not. And you come in the room talking about speak one of us.
Yeah. So like you said, that'd be another interesting topic to talk about, is the old drizzle versus sprinkle conversation. I've been seeing that going around for about the last couple weeks now. But Mike, you've been kind of quiet up there, man. You want to add on to this a little bit from what we've been saying?
I mean, my thing is, when we start talking about money and I need this and I need that, it's like the problem is, for me personally, is I think it's a lot less complicated than just money and shit. Like, because everybody got like little quirks that they dislike. Everybody got their pet peeves. So me personally, I don't get caught up too much into it's like, hey, I need this and I need that. I think that the biggest problem is just nobody feels that they should have to compromise. Nobody, like, I see this from a lot of guys, my guy friends. Like, I'm gonna be honest, and this person probably knows exactly what I'm talking about when I say this. Like, you a fat slob, but you want your woman to be on point with everything. You 500 pounds, and like I said, you that fat. Like, it ain't nothing. Like, you just look at your body, but you up here talking about you need a dime piece. Do you look at yourself? You need to do some push-ups, but you up here asking somebody else that they need to be perfect. So it's like, it's not, for me, it's not even about the money. And like, to be honest, man, like you can to be honest, I think everybody has certain things. Like, I want my girl to wear this type of, I want my guy to wear this type of stuff. I need to be able to have X amount of dollars because I like to, go to a wine bar, whatever the hell it may be. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't have a problem with that, because like I said, everybody has things about themselves, like I do. Like for me, it's sports. I love sports. I love to be able to sit down, watch my sports, and I need X amount of dollars to be able to do it, or I'm gonna be a mean mud plucker. You know what I'm saying? If I don't get to watch my Falcons, I don't get to watch my Braves, I don't get to watch my Hawks. Like, look, bitch, look, I'm gonna sell some ass or something because I'm gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
it's not. I don't. It's not a matter of like I said. I don't think it's a matter of I think it's people that just don't want to compromise. We're in a society now that nobody wants to compromise. Everybody want what they want, and they're not worried about whether or not this person likes. They like to go out. They like to go. Me, I can adjust to anything. I can go. I'm more of an introvert. I identify more with being an introvert. But I when I go out, I'm like y'all see me out. I have fun when I go out. You know what I'm saying? So I think it just come. I think it just comes down to society today. Nobody wants to compromise and think about the others. Everybody's so focused on what they want, and they don't take the time out to actually think about the next person. And I think that's back in the 80s, 60s, 50s. Everybody actually thought about. Before I did this, I look my wife. I'm gonna take my check on to my wife and give her the check. Like Coach can attest to this. Like back in the day, man, like our pops and our grandfathers, they used to bring their whole check, let his wife see it so she won't be fucking tripping. And she good, he good. You know what I'm saying? He take a look, you see the check, you see how much money I got? Go get this, and you go to the check cash paper because back then they had check cash in place. Like that's it. So I think everything is all about compromise. And we've seen in the media and a lot of these guys like and I despise guys like this is the Kevin Samuels. Like you want to degrade people, but at the same time you sleeping with 4, 5, 6 different women. Like how are you gonna degrade one that says she's not worth it, but you sleeping with 4, 5, 10 different? It's a lot of hypocritical behavior that's going on. So yeah.
All right, Coach, man, what you got on the topic, man? I know you just hopped in here, man.
I heard you guys. I've been listening. We guys talking about prostitution or dating.
Yeah.
All right. This is funny.
I know you were waiting on this one for about a week now.
All right. The problem is, like Mike said, compromise. But another big problem is communication.
Ooh,
nobody talks no more. People use that phone. That's their talking. Nobody's talking among each other. So since that has happened, that's how you get more I guess you call it the prostitution part of people. Because now it's just like you're calling in for an order or something. Boo, 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 boo. Can you meet me here? Boo, 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 boo. That's what it is now. That's what I consider prostitution. I always said that. I was like, why are you making a date over the phone? Call me. You want to help me? Call me. Say hi.
Call, right.
So when people start doing stuff like that, especially these young ladies, like you said earlier, why do they need to pay you to go out with you? All these Instagram models and all this stuff like this, that's all they do.
Everybody don't see your ass. Why I gotta show you?
That's the problem. More, especially you don't date it more than one person in the same field.
You know, like a rerun.
That swipe left, swipe right thing, same thing.
Yep.
You're pretty much paying to get a date. That's what you're doing.
You're paying to get a date.
How you look at it, you know. Like I said, when I got married, me and my wife, we dated for a while, right? But we moved together. We moved in 2 days before we had our wedding. I didn't want to live with her. That wasn't gonna work out. Some people do it. Some people can make that work. But a lot of people live together and stay together 13 years before they talk about getting married. It's too late now. You already. I hate to say that, but that's my own opinion. And also, people talking about. Warren said something earlier about how people. He said something to the back, but to me, people that have babies out of wedlock. I'm not religious. I'm not nothing like that. That's not me. But I'm saying, to me, now you're putting yourself in that body. It's almost like being married. One say you're not married because you live there. You got a kid. You're married now. I hate to say it.
Right.
You're married. You're married to something.
Yeah.
That kid. If you live with that person, you got a relationship. I don't care what you say. You in a relationship now. You might want to live like you're married because that's a responsibility you got to take up for 18 years.
And the thing is, that kid feeds off the both of you, whether you like each other or not.
Exactly. So it's a lot of stuff, man. This stuff here, I thought, ooh, I gotta go this.
Well, you know what, Coach? But you know what, Coach? I mean, you're right. Is the things we're saying, we're not telling anybody to put your life or your mentality in a box and just stay there. We're not telling you this is what you should do or how we see it. We're just saying the dynamics that are going on now is the root cause of the problem. Everybody now is chasing the symptoms. They're chasing the symptom. This is very simple to fix. It's just that people got to put that ego aside and stop doing the blame game in order for this to have a meaningful dialogue.
But technology had a lot to do with that, though. I hate to say that, but technology had a lot to do with all this right here, man. Because once people start communicating with their mouth and start communicating with their phone, it's changed the whole dynamic.
It's easy to be a jerk. It's easy to be a bitch. Excuse my language, but it's easy to be a jerk and it's easy to be a bitch. It's easy to be rude. It's easy not to care because you don't have to face these people. And the kind of, to add to what Coach says, about the technology and communication. It's like that it's just easier. It's easier not to be a human being. And this is why a lot of times you be seeing these and even hate to bring this up, but like you see all the domestic violence is going up. It's because people don't know how to communicate. They refuse to communicate. And then you end up, taking this guy money or taking this girl money, and then they show up at your house and they want their energy back. They want their money. Whatever you took away from them is because you're afraid to communicate. Communication is everything, man. And I think, at the end of the day, man, like it just come down to people just being like everybody is focused on themselves. When you focus on yourself, man, that's when a lot of stuff start going wrong. Stop thinking about yourself. You're going to end up in situations that's just not going to turn out well. It's not going to turn out well when you only focus on yourself. I try my best before I make a move now, and I wasn't always like this, but like before you make a move, man, think about the possibility. Can this go wrong? Can this go wrong? And if you saying in your head that nothing ain't gonna go wrong, think about the consequences. Think about who is this gonna affect. Because it's not always about you. Go ahead, kid. I'm sorry.
So can we really say that regardless of what's going on and how people like to perceive things as far as this subject is, everything is just the problem is just everything is just transactional now. And we're not just talking about like transactional of energy, transactional of emotion. We're just talking about transactional of money because at this day and time now, the money is really the most important thing to both sexes right now. Both sexes. And the thing about it is, it's a battle of who's going to lead with what money.
It's that right there, and that's why, like the even when it comes down to scripture, man, like even scriptures always says that it's a man is always going to be the go-to guy when it comes down to like everything falling on his hand. But a man is supposed to treat his woman like she matters. He's supposed to put her first. Okay? This is how any relationship even works. You're supposed to always put that person first. Try to make sure that they have and they have all their needs, and vice versa with hers. That's what a relationship is. And so many people are taking and taking and taking and taking, but they don't want to give anything. They don't want to give energy. They don't want to give money. They don't want to give the communication. Like everybody want to take, but they don't want to give and think about. And that's what I mean by thinking about others. Like I said, for me, I've always had issues with anger. And a lot of times I didn't care about how I like when I'm upset, me doing something, I didn't think about how this might affect Kill or Juan or Maggie or whoever it is. I'm not thinking about what it is. Look, I'm just mad in my moment. But like now, man, it's like if I get mad and I get upset, and this is Kill's best friend. Now Kill got because I went off on his best friend. Now Kill gotta try to make things cool between two friends. You know what I'm saying? Like it's these are the things that a lot of people just don't care about anymore. And like I said, this is why so many friendships people break up like this because nobody thinks about each other. They're always thinking about whether what they feeling in that moment.
Do y'all realize that when you put money ahead of a person or you add a tag to a person, you have just denoted them down to a commodity? The same thing that we complain about when people look at our culture, a commodity. So that means you have now taken the worth of a person and just knocked it down to a dollar amount. And we don't like to have these difficult conversations, but let's put it into perspective as being parents. Would you like somebody looking at your child as a dollar amount versus a person?
That's what they call a token.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't think of it, a lot of us don't think of it in terms of being an adult because why? We're already of the age where we're set in our ways and we can make adjustments, but you got to think who's coming behind you. So if you are not stopping that mindset early on, guess what? Your kids got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a dad of 3 daughters. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'd be damned if somebody relegate my daughters down to a dollar amount. I'm sorry.
But this is something you said.
I'm sorry.
I always ask a person, would you treat your mama the way you treat your girl?
Right.
Yeah.
How would you feel if somebody treat your mom? And some people had family issues. I understand that. But how do you feel when your parent or your mom or somebody get treated real bad? Is it cool? But think about it. Think about if your kid. It doesn't matter if your child's mom or whatever. You got a mom. You want to treat that kid that way. You want to treat that mom that way. So you got to. It's a lot of crazy stuff, man. This life is crazy. Like we was talking about technology. I don't text my wife. I'm gonna call you, and I expect a phone call back. We've been doing it. We've been communicating for 30. We've been married 35 years, and communication is important. We fuss, but the communication always work things out.
Always talk things out, Coach.
Yeah, because when you text, you insinuate what a person means. You don't get the clear meaning. Because if they mess around and text you with some large letters, now you think you're being hollered at.
Well, I text my wife. I don't text the wife. That's something I don't do. I don't text my wife.
Oh yeah, I've had to learn that one quite a few times before. But like you said, yeah. But like you said, at the same time, that is me and me having to evolve myself and like you said, be better at the communication part about it. And that's what the fellas are talking about here is like I said, we have to not worry about what can go wrong. Because I think that is an aspect of it too, where people are more so afraid of it not working. Because the thing is, I see my boy over here. He said, "Might be good."
Go ahead.
She be deserving it sometimes, though. She be deserving it sometimes.
Look, it goes both ways. Believe me. I'm a handful. I'm a handful once I'm at that peak. I'm a handful. But like I said, I know that, and that's why I said for me, it's gotten better for me because I actually think about how it's going to affect people now. Like like I said, for a long time, I'm talking about years, I did not care if it affected everybody. I'm mad at this damn time.
And my man here said, I ain't paying for no date. I'll stay single and I'm far from broke. I let these hoes all the time. That's why I don't date them. I mean, the thing about how I look at dating, the way I look at dating is like the stock market. Like you said, you're gonna go on dates. It be a female that you may not vibe with on a date that you may have talked to before. Like you say, it just depends on where you're going. See, the thing about it is when we're talking about now, Coach, I'm gonna ask you this because like I said, you the OG up here. Like I said, you in 35 years with your wife. Like, what are some what is like when you and her first were talking and dating? What were some of the places that you took her when you started off?
The first time me and the wife went, I met my wife when I got back from Korea.
Okay.
Before I met my wife, I was a dirty dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie. I was.
I mean, that's why we jail so well. We all some dirty dogs up here. But
so, I did some things, but
not me.
Okay. But it's the point. We used to go to. We did a lot of walking. We always walked. We did a lot of walking. We did. And I would get home from I was in the military, so I would get home and go to the barracks. I'm on the phone talking to her. Before you know it, we all talk 5 or 6 hours. Communication, man. We always been communicators in movies. We ain't go to no fancy restaurants or anything, but we always went to eat somewhere. Or she cooked. So I think she part of it. That's why I'm married to her for 35 years.
Well, hey, what about you, Juan? Juan.
Rondrell up here doing, step laps in his garage. He never sit still for a second.
Basically, what I used to do is I used to like to drive, so I would go visit her up in Austell, and we would go hang out, or we would go to the movies. You know what I'm saying? Or we would go out to eat because I wanted to sit down and have a conversation. That was my thing. My biggest thing was I wanted to look the person in the face, have a conversation, get the cues, understand, ask questions about what her likes were, what she wanted to do, because, we've lost the art of trying to get to know each other. And then you wonder why when these quirks show up, I didn't know that. You didn't ask what the pet peeves are and everything like that. Because I'm the type of person where I don't like wasting nobody's time. So I want to know what gets you mad, what makes you happy, all this and that. So now once we got that foundation, we can just have fun. I'm not walking on eggshells because I know where to go and where not to go. And that was it, man. Everything else happened naturally.
Yeah. So as you see nowadays, like the average person talk about places like Papa Do's and getting these $300-$400 steaks and stuff for the first date and stuff like that. I always say it like this: your first date shouldn't cost no more than $50-$60.
Right. Trying to tell you.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. But I'm talking about I'm just talking about I'm just giving it a figure right there. Like I said, usually the average first date is usually like you said, going to the park, walking, talking, movies. Like you said, Coach. Ain't no way in hell the first date she costs $200 and something damn dollars. That's wife privileges right there.
I'm trying to tell you.
That's anniversary stuff right there.
Damn.
Bruh,
Now look, bro. That's 25th anniversary stuff.
Look, she better be sucking my goddamn toes at the end of the damn day. If I spend that much money, she gonna suck something.
I thought it was going somewhere else.
Hey, look.
I know he's about to say
That's
it,
a lot.
Coach.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Hey, look, we got an invitation to go up to Pittsburgh. He said, "But y'all come to Bettis Grill on me."
That's the like I said. That's the man. It really is an audition. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I like to keep them away from people, because like when somebody's like, because some people may be introverts and they impression when they're around, which is the extrovert, like they just feed off of crowds and people all around them. So it's like the more that you keep them away from their friends and other people, like, you know, just like restaurants and stuff like that, like get them in an intimate setting. It's like they ain't got no choice but to, like, all right, it's you and her. You know what I'm saying? And I think we're losing that because everything is just about, yeah, I want to go. My homegirl said this restaurant was good. I want to check it out. You want to go with me? And you never had that one-on-one time with that person. It's never one-on-one time. And another thing too is learning their family, understanding the type of family that she comes from.
Exactly.
Because you will understand why she moved or why he moves that way. And a lot of people, look, I'm gonna just say this. It's certain people that I know that they didn't meet the other person's father until they was already engaged. You look, for me, that's a recipe for a disaster. That's a recipe for disaster when you have not even talked or even looked the man or the woman in the eye and say, hey, look, my name is Michael. My name Kid. Like, if you can't do that to their best friend, their mother, their father, their auntie, whoever, like, nobody wants to do that. It's a game of hide and seek. You don't even want to talk to the daddy, but you want to screw her. I see so many whack ass dudes be doing this shit. Like, why would she want to talk to you? Why would she want to get to know you? You hiding everything about your life. You won't even, like, look, come knock on my door. Hey, I'm here to pick up such and such. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I tell her I'm out at the car. Like, at least get to visually see them, get to know them, so, you know, on some sort of level. And there's so many. It's a lot. And I'm gonna be honest, man. A lot of guys do this type of shit these days. Like, they can't even talk to a girl without saying, "Hey, shawty, man, you got a fat ass. Girl, you look good." Like, huh?
Insults.
What about the conversation?
That's insults.
You can't. Hey, how you doing, man? Right. I like this movie. What about this movie? You read books. You like to write. Like, I ask these types of questions. I ask all types of different questions because you're getting to know the person behind the mask, because everybody got a mask on at that dating period. Everybody got a mask on. I mean, look, that's another thing that everybody got a mask on. What you're seeing in that dating period in the first couple of years, you're not seeing the real person. You're not seeing the real person until you really get to know it. So
let me ask y'all the question right here, because we'll go ahead and get off of here in about a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to ask y'all a question. In today's society, do you think that it's easier to date or easier to buy sex?
That one.
It's easier to buy 6.
Because there's no
Oh, you going out one. You going out
we're
one.
You going in and out. One.
Okay. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hold up. Better?
Right.
All right. We're
Still going out, brother.
Damn.
Yeah, Warren sitting in the house eating fried chicken. I don't know how he losing all. I don't know how he losing audio right now.
No, the question you just asked, Casey. Can I come on there?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead, K-Style.
Go ahead, Coach.
No, he just said it's easier. These young ladies making it easier because that's all they want. They want money. They don't have no self-esteem anymore.
None.
Nope.
Like Mike said, about these girls, how these guys come up, what's up, Charlotte? How you about to make it? They accepting that shit. Which is, like I tell these young people on the bus, man, why you got that on? Who bought these clothes for you? These parents are buying these kids, make them look that way. That's the bad thing about it. It's the parents' fault just as bad as the kids' fault. Because they're not keeping them self-esteem. Ain't no way in the heck I'm gonna let my daughter go out the house with her navel showing in shorts halfway down her ass. No.
Well, that's because when they were young, they thought it was cute.
Well, half of the moms are probably half the age of the kids anyway. Your daughter 15, that means your mama 30.
Coach, listen, I didn't heard enough stories where the mom and the daughter go to the club together and they compete.
Yeah.
Bro, that's wild.
They show that on TikTok.
Right. But what I was saying before I went out, we're in a spoiled, entitled society. And it's easier to just display the goods, lay the price down, and just have at it because there are no expectations. You ain't got to communicate. You ain't got to get to know them. You ain't got to go through the rigors of meeting the family. Nobody want to do that. But everybody wants to complain when you get introduced to crazy.
Wow.
I mean, at least back in the day, we met their family members, so we at least knew, okay, she crazy. I just wanted, I got to talk it over with myself to see if I want to stick with crazy.
Mama crazy too.
Right. Mama crazy too. Like, at least you know she crazy.
Oh, and look, this is what I was taught a lot. The way you see the daughters, look at the mothers. If you're not happy with that, there you go. And they go for the guys too.
Yeah.
So you don't fall far from the tree. I hate to say it.
All right, Mike. Question. Like I said, but what's your answer to that question? Is it easier to date nowadays or easier just to buy sex?
It's obviously it's easier to buy sex.
And the thing about it too is nowadays women are buying sex for men too. So this is a two-sided conversation.
Yeah, it goes both ways in this. And like I said, for me personally, man, I don't say like people, but I don't let people get that close to me anyway. Like if I haven't known you over a year, I don't even date you. Like I don't look. I've never passed myself around like that. Never. Like I have to know you for a long period of time before before you get any attention from me like that. Look, you barely get a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich from me. So if you getting money from me, you better believe that you mean something to me. And if I introduce you into any one of my family, you best to believe that you mean something to me. I don't do just bringing anybody around me. Like I just never been that way. So I think the thing is too, it's like everybody's always about impressions. It's always like I said, me, you get past that, you get past the idea of, always trying to be the center of attention.
Okay. Somebody was playing around with the thing. I'm looking like, wait a minute, how the hell we shrink like that?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell. But no, like I said, it's like for me, man. Like I said before, I think people just let too many people in their space. When you start letting everybody in your space, man, it's like you'll never be happy and you'll never get that real rep. That, like I said, you'll never see that real person. Never let that real person because you just letting any and everybody. You'll start falling for everything because you just let anybody in your space. And you think you seeing what's real until you've been with that person for 6 months. 6 months turn into a year. And like I said, I think, if you've known a person close to anything over 2 years, you pretty much starting to see the real person. But like if you known somebody here, look, don't lie to yourself. You are not getting that real person. You are lying to yourself if you say, look, this person is meant for me after a year. Huh? It's stuff that like I've known. Look, it's people that I've known for my entire life, and I'm like, damn, you really felt that way about me all these years. I've known people for 30 something years, and then you get the right conversation with them or the right situation. They start saying little things like, damn, like you thought about me all this time. Like, damn, all right, so. Get to know people, man. That's the thing is a lot of people that you thinking that's a perfect mate after a year, after a few months, you just lying to yourself, man. I don't believe it. I don't believe, and that's just me personally. I don't believe no true love at first sight, all that bullshit, because it just comes down to effort. Your perfect mate is something that you're gonna have to work for.
That part.
And that's something that both of you have to want. There's no such thing as a perfect, I love at first sight. Like, stop.
Bullshit.
Ain't no such thing, no love at first sight. Like, you like what you saw at the first sight, but like after a while, like this bitch keep chewing this damn long. Like, bitch, close your mouth. Like, Negro. Like, can you clean your damn toenails, dude? Like it's stuff like that. It's like, bro, it's the smallest thing that you lie to yourself about in the beginning because you want to feel that connection. And I think that's the thing with a lot of people. You want the connection, so you lie to yourself about, yeah, this person is it. Oh, we on cloud nine. Huh? How you on cloud nine after 2 months?
Now I'm gonna tell you the truth. If you really want to know what a person like, and you want to know if y'all really get together and get along good, have that first disagreement. They're gonna tell you everything.
Boy, I done call ugly. Oh, Jesus Christ. I done call ugly. You a piece of shit. You the reason why this, and oh my God, I should have did this when I saw it the first. Oh boy, you hear everything. It's after that first disagreement, K-Style, but my bad.
But we're gonna be getting off here about 5 more minutes, so I'm gonna let the fellas get their final thoughts in here, and after they get their final thoughts, I'm gonna give you my quote of the night, man. So, Coach, man, what's your final thought on this?
Marriage is a job, 35-year job. It is, like Mike said, it's not easy. But you got to work. You got to be willing to work at it. People think after 7 years, no, it's always a challenge because we're still learning each other. I don't care 35 years, you're still gonna learn each other. It's just like you gotta learn something about each other because shit. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? So
I thought we was past this.
But it's all good though, because the communication there, man, you can get over a lot of things. That's the main thing about marriage. Good communication.
Absolutely.
You got good communication, you can get through a lot of stuff. That's just like in life in general anyway. Good communication, you can get through life. So if you don't have that, man, you're gonna be fucked forever. So that's me.
I like that. Shit. All right, Juan, what you got?
The main thing is growth, man. I said it to a lot of people. It's lifelong. You're not gonna get away from it. You got to be willing to grow together. That's one of the main glues to a relationship. Both of y'all are growing together, and y'all, you're either gonna get better or you're gonna get separated. Period. Period. Point blank. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about.
Don't fight over money.
No,
you ain't got it.
Money is temporary.
You ain't gonna never get it.
You ain't gonna never get it. It's never money. Look, I don't look. I used to actually, before I kind of closed mine, I used to date a girl that was like, she was an entertainer, singer, and it's like had a lot. Like I have friends that got a lot. Like I'm talking about they millionaires, and like these people are miserable. They miserable, bro. Like money, like going out ain't enough. You know, use like the gift that you buy them ain't enough. Like it's never enough for them. So it's like if you getting with somebody because of money, man, and like I said, a dream that you see in the beginning. It's all about that longevity. It's all about that longevity. Got to be able to be willing to deal. And like I said, this ain't just a relationship. This is friendship too. Like a lot of people, they just like they only friends with certain people because this dude can do this for me. You know, my homeboy over here, man, he tripping. Let me borrow a few dollars. Every time they call you, it's about a few dollars. They really don't give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? So this is about relationships in general. So at the end of the day, Kill, my last take is really simple, man. The moment you stop caring about others, your life is gonna get worse. Your life will get worse the moment you stop caring about others. All right. The end. You can't like I'm telling you, man. A lot of people are always talking about, end of the day, like I want what I want. But again, when you go in there with that mentality that this is what I need to be happy, you've already lost. It's already over. You have already lost when you go into a relationship saying this is what I want. You got to give that person time to like actually, get to know who you are fully and not put brakes on and not put that fake mask on that we be putting on. Give them the chance to really see who you are. You are, because it's gonna come whether you like it or not. Take off the mask and just be real with the person.
And I want to give a shout out to one of my favorite musical artists, Sade. Got a song called "Love Is Stronger Than Pride." If you don't love yourself, what love can you give somebody else?
That part.
If you don't love yourself, how can you move on from pain in your life if you can't accept the pain and not make it a burden and learn from it and take it to the next step?
And remember,
everybody has pride, but that, like they say, the pride always comes before the downfall. And if you're leading with pride instead of love, loving yourself before you give love to somebody else, misery is going to be in your corner forever. So we appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I said, you let Miss Maggie know. You let us know how y'all feeling about the concept of this show. Appreciate the fellas coming up here. Coach Juan, Mike, myself. I'm surprised Maggie, Anime Ass didn't come in here to plug in Champagne Confessions.
I'm surprised. But I have
I probably done talked up like the boogeyman. But like you say, y'all make sure y'all tune in on this channel tomorrow for Champagne Confessions with Miss Maggie T and Miss Kai. And at the end of the day, it's all good. When you pour in that tea, when you pour in that liquor, when you pour in that beer, in that red cup. Deuces.
Sip, sip.
Oh, and then right when I gave the deuces, now that's when your ass come on.
Really?
Wow. Anime, what's up?
What's going on? What's going on? I like the show. I love the concept. But fellas, all this, calm down. Calm down. You in here just upset about whatever.
Oh, she talking about in the chat. I said, you ain't telling us to calm down.
I thought she talking about me.
This chat. Like he over here mad.
See, we gonna talk about that. We gonna talk about that later. We don't want to talk about that now, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to talk in front of the company, okay?
But no, seriously, I really liked it. But I wanted to make a confessions. You know, I think it should be red cup confessions. That's just my opinion. You know.
And damn it, we can't have confessions. We got to keep the conference. We
red cup.
The conference. What y'all conferencing?
We conferencing. We look. We're having a conference.
Red cup conversations.
Nigga, we fine over here. Goddamn it. but we want y'all to.
She gonna end up getting her. Look, she gonna end up changing the conversation. And look.
Bullshit. I'm big brother. Over
but no, this y'all's. Go ahead. But no, seriously,
I don't believe. I don't believe you. But I'll take your word.
You gonna let me Mike.
But no, definitely. Tune in to us each and every week. This is the guys, show. You're gonna hear the the female perspective, and as well as I guess on Monday nights now, it will be the fellas. So. If you want to get in on this conversation sometimes, you definitely let us know. This is outside of football and sports. Everybody just kind of want to keep it real sometimes, because life is real. Stuff happen. So we kicking it like what fellas do. I mean, that's okay. That's cool. I mean, barbershop talk is cool. Whatever. But, don't be reminiscing about their ex and being here. Oh, this and that. Calm down.
The real reason why we're doing it this way is to give you a male and female perspective on real life.
Of course. Y'all gonna keep it. Y'all gonna keep it 100 like y'all do. So it's raw and uncut.
Yeah, we try to have like a sober. We try to have a sober conversation about stuff.
It ain't about being raw and uncut. It ain't about being raw and uncut. I mean, we're gonna cuss.
It's
that's
great
what we
topic,
do. But
the topic that needs to be heard because
man,
I don't care. I mean, we do it. I'm just saying.
The ladies, you got to.
All right, Anime, what y'all got planned for the show tomorrow?
Tomorrow we'll be just talking about it's more on Kai's speed, but she wants to talk about parent and your children's relationships now.
Ooh,
back in the day, you be fearful of your parents. You didn't even want to bring home a port card. You didn't want that voice recording. You taking out the cassette tape out the the voicemail recorder, so mama don't get that voicemail, or you taking it off the receiver so you don't get that phone call. Now,
no, you got siblings answering the phone.
Now you got parents not giving a damn at all. Like your kid up here showing out, okay.
What you do to my child?
You got some of the administrators too that ain't doing their job.
I done seen some stuff on the internet where you got parents and kids dating the same people.
Nope, absolutely not. Nope.
So we getting in on that conversation about.
You get on that conversation right there because this relationship dynamic.
Yeah.
I see bad kids every day on that bus.
I'm pretty sure.
Look, the stuff I see just dropping my daughter for high school just make me shake my head. Trust me.
So that's what we're gonna be talking about tomorrow. We'll have us a hot topic right now. We're trying to figure that one on out. If you got something y'all want to hear about and talk about, leave us some feedback. we'll appreciate it. But other than that, we come on tomorrow at 8 p.m. We are Ladybirds of AFN. We are kind of waiting to after the draft to come on back. And then, of course, you'll see us all season long. So we're excited for you guys to tune in, as well as get your tickets. If you don't buy them, find the Facebook link on my page and just RSVP, so we can kind of at least have a head count of who's coming. But no ticket, no entry. So you got to get your tickets before you be able to get into, because this is proceeds will go back to the school supply fund. So, the teachers can supply the students with what they need because they're coming out of pocket. And we did it at the General's Lounge last year where they donated, supplies to the teachers, and we want to do it again. So we appreciate y'all. That's all I got on y'all. I'm gonna let y'all have y'all show back.
Oh, we about to leave. Shoot.
Well,
you just
good
closed
night.
You just closed us out.
All right.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Well, good night, people.
Champagne Confession tomorrow at 8:00.
Peace.
Peace. And you know what? Bye, y'all. Bye.